Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the vid. Today I want to talk about Adam and Lilith. Um, Long time ago in the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Eden basically was kind of like a restarting of human civilization, and Yahweh and Satan were both highly involved in the creation of the Garden of Eden and placing the first human, the first couple humans in that place. So I was Adam. Long time ago, I reincarnated as Adam. Before that, I was Zeus. And in this new creation, in this new place, Yahweh put me there as Adam, and then He put Lilith there. And I don't really remember anything about the Garden of Eden because, you know, when you go back into the spirit world after you live a life, your memories are erased before you reincarnate again. So, but I did a little research about it, um, because apparently Adam and Lilith argued a lot, and Lilith basically just left. Uh, or, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She probably just left because she didn't want to. She didn't want to be in like a subservient position to Adam, or she didn't want to, you know, whatever. But and then, after she was gone, then Yahweh put Eve there to be Adam's partner. So I'm talking to you right now. I'm Zach. I was Adam. And Kaitlyn Siragusa, Amaranth, was Lilith. So Lilith, you know, Amaranth was Lilith. And so there was that reincarnation. And then before that, I was Zeus and Lilith was Demeter. So we got Zeus, Adam, Zach, Demeter, Lilith, Kaitlyn Siragusa. So the reason I'm talking about this is, as far as I know, nobody else knows this information except for me. Um, or it could be nobody cares, but I feel as though this past life information it's cool. Like, I don't know. One of the things in life, one of my goals was to try to be like as educated as possible and to know about things regarding spirituality. And it's like, I know all this stuff. And I mean, a lot of the reason why I know it is because of Yahweh and Satan, you know? So that's basically the reason I'm making these is to raise awareness. I think it would be cool to talk to Kaitlyn, or Kelsey, uh, because according to Yahweh, according to Satan, those are like my two best matches as far as somebody to get together with on this planet. And it all goes back to the original incarnation when we were deities. You know, I was Zeus, Kaitlyn was Demeter, Kelsey was Hera. But it's just kind of interesting thinking about the Garden of Eden because, I mean, from what I can tell, Adam was a human being. He wasn't, I wasn't a deity anymore. So, like, when we first reincarnated, like, Yahweh's first choice for me was Lilith, who is Kaitlyn Siragusa. You know, that was like my ideal match. So, um, the way things are in this life, in this reincarnation, I am in a very lowly state. I am not rich. I am not famous. However, I have a camera. I have a microphone. I can make YouTube videos. I can try to share my knowledge with the world and share my story. Kaitlyn Siragusa is a millionaire, super famous, uh, you know, attractive, desirable woman who is, she's in a position in life that's, she's in a good spot. And so is Kelsey, you know, and they both, to my knowledge, they both have partners. So, you know, I don't know how everything goes, like before we all reincarnated here on Earth this time. They, a lot is figured out before you start your life. There's a lot of deals that are made. There's a lot of things that are in place that dictates people's fortune. So, you know, um, I know there was things in the Garden of Eden. There was lessons to be learned, and there was, uh, I don't know, Yahweh was very involved in that, and so was Satan. But it's like I don't really remember, and I don't really know how that really relates to modern day anymore. I mean, I don't feel as though it really does, other than it's just like I'm still here. The dude who is Adam is still here on living on planet Earth, and Lilith is still here, and Eve is still here. So yep. Past life information videos are kind of weird. There's a lot of these that I could make, but it's kind of like, unless you really believe in this stuff and really think it's important, these videos I think fall on deaf ears. But if anybody still cares that like Zeus is still around, Adam's still around, I'm right here making this video. So thanks for stopping by and checking it out. Hope everybody's having a nice day. Winter is dragging on. I hate it. I'm really looking forward to spring. Uh, I just got over a cold recently, so that was stupid. But that's about it, everybody. So just a quick recap. Garden of Eden. I was Adam. Kaitlyn Siragusa was Lilith. Adam and Lilith were together, and then Lilith, for whatever reason, left the Garden of Eden, and then Eve came along. But both of those early relationships were my ideal relationships, and they were chosen by Yahweh and Satan for me. So, and all these years later, now we're reincarnated on Earth, present day. Those relationships are still valid in the eyes of Yahweh and Satan. That is still what they want me, who they want me to be with. And I find that quite interesting because their judgment on that, I have to accept that and I have to respect that. And that my, it guides what I'm doing. It's why I'm making this video. So thanks for checking it out. Have a good day.